This Udpate is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the 7 a.m. Barbados Today update for Wednesday, April the 23rd, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Good morning. Students at the Cayfield campus of the UWI will be pursuing a court injunction against the Frondell Stewart administration for forcing existing students to pay their full tuition fees from August. President of the Guild of Students, Damani Paris, tells Barbados Today, while the document hasn't been filed in court as yet, it's just a matter of time.
Though I am still at the helm of the Guild, the officers of the Guild have essentially almost entirely changed. And that means that I have to, of course, take into consideration the response from my council before we decide firmly that we're going to take this route. It is still a route that is on the table. I have much more encouraging response from my current council than I did from my former. And I think that within time, we will see some action taken on that measure.
Heavy taxes, meanwhile, could be imposed on agricultural landowners as one of the means to force the return of hundreds of acres which are going out of production every year. Minister of Agriculture, Dr. David Estwick, is warning that he has already held discussions with the Minister of Finance, Chris Sinclair, with a view to introducing incentives as well as another option to getting idle and fallow land back into food production. Estwick says the need to have additional land available is all part of government's plan to restructure the sugarcane industry and make it a value-added sector.
You got two mechanisms to do that, man. You incentivize it or you penalize it. So you got two choices. Leave it in bush and pay that tax on it and get nothing on it. Or one is the land tax and triple on you. Alright? The land tax and triple on you. Because I am now talking about national survival. And I'm not afraid to do my action. Not afraid at all. I'm afraid, man. You're going to show that. Now, in addition to that, we are trying every incentive in the book. And I speak to them. Even the last incentive bring me attention to bring back hectares of agricultural land back into production. Bring a number of incentives back from the last 5 or 6 years. Not one thing. More and more acres being taken out. But I am not afraid. And I've already had my discussions with the Minister of Finance. And that's all I was saying about it coming up soon.
Minister Estwick was speaking at a recent Barbados Agricultural Society symposium at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center. The head of the worldwide movement of spiritual Baptists is calling for Christian social safety networks across Barbados to lessen the fallout from public sector retrenchments. King Shepherd Callender, who is based in the United States, says members of the faith need to step up to the plate to help deal with the situation. Just yesterday, the head of the Barbados Christian Council, Monsignor Vincent Blackett, called for churches to begin pooling their resources to assist laid-off workers. The Minister of Tourism is suggesting greater focus on tourism entertainment. Richard Seeley tells Barbados Today that the entertainment-tourism fusion has the highest ceiling and the greatest potential. Seeley notes that sports tourism has worked well for Barbados, and he is certain entertainment can be taken to another level.
I mean, we are already a fairly popular spot for Trinidadians to come and spend the Easter weekend, and so to enhance the whole thing, I think makes absolute sense and is the kind of initiative that we're trying to push more you know, from a tourism point of view. You know, last year when I had a press conference with the Minister of Finance talking about one of the areas was event-based tourism. And I think that we can work with the private promoters. It doesn't mean that the Barbados Tourism Authority has to become an event producer, but work with the existing producers out there.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
On the regional front, Jamaica's Financial Investigations Division, or FID, has suffered two major setbacks in its quest to go after nearly $1 billion Jamaica dollars in property and other assets of 3 Jamaicans who are now serving lengthy prison sentences in the United States and Canada on drug charges. The setbacks came after a High Court judge refused separate applications for restraint orders which sought to bar relatives and associates of the 3 convicted drug dealers from disposing of the assets before the FID takes steps to have them forfeited to the state. Court documents show that one of the applications related to personal property, including accounts at several financial institutions, motor vehicles, and heavy-duty equipment valued at 399 million Jamaica dollars, which the FID is claiming were acquired directly or indirectly from criminal conduct of Adrian and Patrick Fogo. Internationally now, the United States Supreme Court has upheld Michigan's affirmative action ban, ruling that the state has the right to determine whether racial preferences can be considered in college admissions. In a 6-2 ruling on Tuesday, the justices said that a lower federal court was wrong to set aside the change as discriminatory. The Supreme Court ruled that Michigan voters had the right to change their state constitution to bar public colleges and universities from using race as a factor in admissions. That's been the 7 a.m. update. Join us again at noon. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, and like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph.
This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.